Well, let's try it out. Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call on Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Much love, no, to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, God of Gods. Amen. Much love to his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Much love to the Akim, much love to the elect, whoever they may be among Israel. Much love to the prophets, whoever they may be among the children of Israel, which are the elect, the chosen ones. Shout out to the Akim, the brothers that's in the Word, and you go to the highways and byways on your own. You do your videos at home, and you do everything in your power to show you how about Shemi Al-Shai that you love him, and you fear him. And much love to the beautiful women, the Aqua. And it's not a lot of you, and whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, and you listen and you learn in silence. Today's title is The Last Hour and the Collapse of a Nation, because a lot of things are happening, and it's happening so fast to the point to where a lot of the white men of the people, the lower white people are terrified of the things that are coming and the things that are happening on the earth and taking place in Babylon first and foremost, and America is not doing good. It's becoming worse, and meaning that America, not towards us, the children of Israel, but it's towards the white man and his children. And they've been falling apart, and everything that's being done is not for their benefit to get back up, because they thought that Donald Trump was going to help them and was going to put them back on and put them in, back in their comfort zone, per se, of luxury, the money stabilizing, the houses, they can afford them. Well, I don't know, housing is kind of weird right now. The reason why I say that is because of the mass deportations that are happening, and the rumor that was going around is that the houses that the migrants that pay for them houses and all of that, the Mexicans, and their houses would be taken and they would be sold on the market for dirt cheap to allow white people to come buy it and white people to come take over. So that's just a rumor. That's just something that I heard, but ultimately it actually wouldn't do no good. We just at that point to where, the white man is living it up before this shit burned down and this shit crash out. A lot of them know that they've been at the point of no return. And if they would have just allowed the Israelites to live and to let them go, per se, and an example, none of this would happen to them if they were to give them rights and privileges and benefits, like generational wealth. I keep talking about that. More seats of power, presidency, because Barack Obama is controlled. He's not even black, and he controlled by the white man too. No more puppets, people that are of our people, put into power, and they have their own governments and they form their own companies like they were doing in the past when they came out of slavery. A lot of these things wouldn't happen to them, and they starting to realize how stupid their decisions are and how critical they are in a situation, because right now they're not doing good. They on the downhill slide to hell, pretty much. And it feels good to say that because they put us down. They talk so much shit about us, and they make fun of us, but look at what's happening to them. And not only just the children of Israel, but the whole world is watching them make these stupid, evil, racist mistakes. And it's all pinpointed towards the children of Israel. Esau hates them and is attacking them constantly. with racism and dealing with political issues, systematic issues, these things that they don't want to change, but the system is rotten to the core and it's falling apart, and their financial system is weak, and that shit is not gonna last. We all know BRICS is kicking ass when it comes to the white man and his nation. They isolated them, and now they are making money, and they starting to depart from America's currency, which is making the dollar much weaker. And then it don't make it no better that America is having these problems, and on top of that, they having problems with fucking China, which is the main export and of all these things, and they benefit off China. China benefit off them, trying to give them goods in return to whatever technology that they need. But the Chinese is accelerating to the point to where they don't really need them. They got that new AI system, that didn't require billions of dollars and billions of tech companies to make AI. A small handful of people out there made AI that was much better, much faster than America's, and America is losing money, in dealing with this problem, and in other problems. Like a couple days ago, America lost $1.2 trillion. So I forgot what the matter was, but it seemed pretty serious, to the point to where America right now is starting what they did in the Great Depression, starting to pull back funds, starting to stop those loans and these different benefits that's coming, and different benefits that are being threatened, like SNAP, like veteran aid, SSI, even what rumor has it, LGBTQ benefits. I don't know how they getting benefits, but they getting them. Homeless vouchers, taxes, and a lot more that I don't know about. And it's getting worse because they doing what they can to save money for the rich, to stop them from bleeding. Even though they not really bleeding, but I'm just saying, like, to stop them, to allow them to save their money, so they making everybody else suffer. And then they gonna blame it on talking about, oh, we gotta save America because America don't got that much money, and that shit is a lie. It's just a tyranny at this point, and fucking greed, racism, and control. So we all see the dynamic of what's going on right now, and it's very entertaining. And these white people not understanding how deep of a shit they in, even though it's been told to them from time and time and time again that things would be much worse for not just them, for not just us, but for them. And now they want to listen because now it's their turn to feel that fire, and it's not going so well. Like I said, they not even in the fire. They just feel it burning. They're not in there yet, So it's like, things are cooking up, things are getting serious, and I'm gonna get scripture real quick out of my tablet. And guess what? They still want to be racist, despite them getting laughed at, despite the niggas getting clowned and all that. It's only bringing the racism out of them much more. I was online last night, and I played a shooter game online, and one of the guys had went ahead and then he died, and he didn't stick with the team. He just kind of crashed out, as we would say. And I had said something, and he told me to shut up, bitch, and we got into an argument. And the first thing that he used when he recognized that I was black is he just kept calling me niggas. Niggas this and niggas that. And then when I told him, I insulted him, and I came back on him, calling him a cracker. And then he turned around and told me why all blacks always use the racist card, and he was the one that was being racist first. Then gonna turn around and say, oh, I got a bunch of friends that are niggas, and be like, oh, it's all, and then turn around and say, oh, it's always you niggas and you living in the ghettos and you niggas being broke as fuck and that white people are better. But I had to give him a reality check. No, you guys are not better. You guys are the worst people in the fucking world, and the world is starting to recognize that y'all are weak, y'all ain't shit, and y'all population is at a critical right now. It's critically low, and y'all motherfuckers, it's not a lot of y'all. Y'all became the minority. That's exactly what happened. The minority is the white man, and the majority is the children of Israel, and that's counting the Mexicans, the Indians, and the niggas all together as one body, because that's exactly what they are, and had to, wake him up despite his insults. And then he talking about, because nigga this and nigga, I'm tired of you talking all of this. Oh, now you want to be one of us, you want to be like us. You want to be a nigga too. And I'm like, you'll never be black. You'll never be one of us. But then he turned around and used the white man card on me by calling me a nigga and talking about fuck niggas, and then turn around and say he got a lot of niggas that are his friends. So, the lesson of today is to be careful of these white people. Be careful of these white men, because they still got the racism. They not gonna show it, and they'll kick it with you and be your best friend and still be racist behind closed doors. Still be racist on their own time. They just won't do it around you. But you got to be, and the times to come later on, it's going to be bad for a lot of people to be kind to these white people, because a lot of evil could befall them. They could try to kill you. They could sell you out, betray you, have you located, turn you in. We going to get to those times to where if you are around these white people, you're going to have some serious problems. So we going to get a Bible scripture real quick after that. And this is Bible Hub. One second. This is Ezekiel 14, verse 1. It says, the King James Version, because that's the only one I really read. They got 3 different breakdowns. The original is King James Version, but they trying to get rid of the word of Yahweh, the Bible, and they changing it at the same time. Because a lot of people is starting to read, and because they're afraid of the things that are coming, and they wonder, they know that the Bible is the only way to get answers, because now that the fourth dimension, as they would call it, heaven, is coming down to earth. It's a lot of things that ordinary man cannot answer, and like the Lord say, do not lean on men for understanding. So this is right here. It says, then the leaders of certain elders, then came certain elders of the of Israel and sat before me, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, it says, okay, this is the whole thing. It says, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts and put stumbling blocks of their iniquity before their face. Should I inquire of that all of it of all of at all by them. It says, therefore speak unto them, saying, thus saith Yahweh, the man. No, it says, every man of the house of Israel that set up his idols in his heart and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face. So right now, that's another thing that we dealing with, the idolization of Donald Trump. The idolization of the white man, period. And them and Israel has a problem with acknowledging what they see and what they know to be fake, but they still acknowledge it and they still encourage it. That was like how they voted for Kamala Harris to be in office, knowing that she's just a puppet too. She's a part of the deep state. She in there. Democrats and Republicans, they all work for the white man. And she is, I think she's Asian and she's black. I don't know. Her father might be Asian, and her mom might be black. That's how it go. These Eve love to run off with these Chads and these Lees and these Hectors, because of the skin color. Our women have a problem of, and this is through ancestry. This is from the past and what happened to us in slavery. She looks down on her own skin color. So we got a lot of them celebrities and a lot of people with money that hate their skin color so much that they go and get this thing called skin bleach, and they will bleach their skin to be a lighter color and hoping that they would be welcome into white society. This is what they do. A lot of them, I used to feel like that when I was younger too. I wanted to be white, I wanted to be like them, but I had to wake up, and the Lord had to teach me just how serious that was, of me wanting to be them, and how disgraceful it was to be them when being me, just being me alone, and I don't have nothing. I don't have shit, and I'm still held in higher regard above them. I'm still better than them, and the Lord had to show me that and had to reveal that unto me, because I used to, at a point in time when I was blind and I wasn't in truth, I used to look up to them and, idolize them and admire them, I used to, I had a best friend that was white, and I know we was cool, but he decided to stop talking to me because an old ass white man came along and he seen our friendship and got jealous of that. He was jealous of me and Kyle being friends. That's his name, Kyle Lupika. That's how much, we was close. I remember that nigga. When you have a good impression on me or I like you, I remember your name. And it could be your full name too, So he had an impression on me, and this old white man came and he explained to him that he not supposed to be kicking it with niggers, and he shouldn't be kicking it with black people, and put things in his ear, and that ruined our friendship for a long time while this white man is around in his life. And we kicked it one time, and then I didn't see him until months later, until his mom broke up with that white man and they went their separate ways. And then he came out and he told me the truth of why I haven't seen him in a while. And the white boy wasn't racist. He wasn't racist. He wasn't evil at all, But hindsight, he did listen to him, and he did distance himself from me, knowing that it wasn't true, So, like it says in the Bible, the children shall complain of an ungodly father, because they forefathers are wicked and evil, and they inherited the curses and they inherited the punishments of their ancestors before them. So they got to suffer whatever the forefathers have befallen on themselves. They got to suffer it in this time, So, and it don't matter if they good white people or not. They still inherited their forefathers, and their forefathers is the ones that built this nation, and they inherited that, and a lot of them, and a lot of the old white people encouraged them and taught them that being racist is actually okay. Being against the niggas is actually okay. We all know the workings of the Lord and how he does things, and it's a part of the story. It's a part of the movie per se, to make it more epic, but to stay on point, do not idolize them, you know. And that's exactly what the Mexicans are doing. The niggas is doing this MAGA movement with these dumb niggas wearing "Make America Great Again" hats and trying to diversitize the meaning. Even though "Make America Great Again" is talking about bringing white people back into power, because they're losing power. They don't have the numbers. They losing money, you know. They got high hopes that they will come back into power, but they not in the power. They don't even run the country at this point. They just own it. You know, they make money off of it, but they don't run it. They just own it for the moment. The real ones that's actually running the country is us, the ones that built it. These Negroes, these Mexicans, and these Indians, the children of Israel, and they are the creators of this nation. And like it says, for the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, the creator of all things. And like the Lord say, are ye not gods? You know, because Israel is gods on the earth. You know, they are represent. We are a representation of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai on the earth. You know, amen to that. And in the name of Yahushai. And we are not supposed to be putting somebody above, a man above Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And he is the God of gods, the King of kings, the Lord of lords. You're not supposed to be doing that. And then idolizing him and their beliefs. So this is why more wrath is starting to come down, and the Lord is starting to change the laws. He's starting to change the benefits, and it's affecting the children of Israel through oppression and racism and diversity, you know. And a lot of the people see it, and a lot of the white people see it, and they know that it's bad for business because it's leading to race wars, it's leading to civil war, it's leading to rebellions and uprisings. They see it coming, and it's going to get much worse for them, and it's not benefiting them financially to hold the children of Israel back. Because if they allowed the children of Israel to move forward, they would actually have power, they would actually have money, and they would be able to help America be revived, per se. But it would no longer belong to the white people. The Israelites would rule this in this time. In this time before the kingdom of heaven, that's how it would have went. The children of Israel would have excelled, you know, like in the 1920s and all of that, in the early 1900s, in the 1800s, if they would have let them go, like in the late 1800s towards the 1900s, if they would have let them go, give them benefits, give them land, give them power, you know, allow them to let Wall Street grow, and allow them to build better communities for themselves, you know, allow them to form their own governments and to form their own Democratic and Republican parties, you know, allow them to work this place. And we all know that Jake is not racist. That's funny that Jake is not racist, but everybody is racist to Jake. That's because spiritually they know who we are. The world knows who we are, you know, and they hate the fact of who we are because they know that we are destined to return to greatness and to rule through the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know. But they not making it. These white people ain't gonna make it because of the laws that they put against us, they oppression against us, they attacking us, you know, finding ways to stop these niggas from coming out the ghettos, finding ways to keep the Mexicans in concentration camps, small crumbs and bribes towards the Indians and the Mexicans to keep hating one another, to keep diversity, you know, because at this point, if history is correct, the word of Yahweh is correct, we were all in slavery. Hell, even enslaved some of each other, you know, in our corruption, you know, in our idol worship. But we are all still the same people, you know. And the white man is keeping that diversity and that spirit of confusion on each and every one of us, to keep us hating each other, to keep us mad at each other for no reason at all. And those of us that are in the know and we see these things happening, it's just nothing but stupidity and madness. And house nigga energy. That's what I call it. Because we are all niggas at the end of the day. That the Mexicans is displaying house nigga energy. Just like some of these niggas is doing it with these rappers and these actors and these motherfucking athletes. Nobody stood up, nobody said a word, you know, and nobody is fighting for these wicked laws to not come up on our people. They ain't got nothing to say. Why? Because they took that bag, they sold out, and they got a position in a high position in slavery with the white man, and they being taken care of. So they abandon their people, and they don't want to defend them, and they got the money and the power to do so, you know. And they are dominant, you know. Israel is dominant in inventions all the way to acting, to athletes, you know. We taking over, and we still scared to go against this man, you know. We still afraid to rebel against him. And it's that old slave trade tactic, that old lynching tactic, you know. But the times is turning to where, the times is changing to where Israel is gonna have to fight. They gonna have to fight. And they gonna get some of them gonna get their ass kicked, but they gonna really put the smack down on these white people. They gonna destroy this white man, you know, for all the wrong that he's done, you know, for all the betrayal and everything in between, because that's what it's leading to, war. The spirit of war is coming on to this place, and the more and more you take from Jake, the more and more Jake is getting prepared to strike, to attack. And this is exactly what Esau wants, so he can use this excuse to use his weaponry. But it's so little of y'all motherfuckers, to the point to where, like the Lord say, is this the man to tremble kingdoms? Is this the man that refused, that held us captive and refused to let them go? Because they gonna get their ass kicked so fast. They only ditched effort is to hog everything, bring in the mark of the beast, and in order for you to have everything and have a normal life in this dystopia and collapse, burnt down ass city, who would want to live in this again? You would have to take that chip, you know? Who would want that? Who would want that? Knowing that ain't nothing gonna get revived. The mark of the beast ain't gonna save shit. It's just gonna make things worse, you know? But a lot of our brothers and sisters idolize that, you know? That's like right now, the wrath is coming down on the Mexicans because they choose to idolize the white people and use their skin, you know, to have a better position in that house nigga energy that I was talking about. And they constantly stepping on the niggas, stepping on them, trying to get across on them in order to have a place in this white man world, which is ending. It don't make no fucking sense. The dollar is not coming back. The economy is cooked, you know. The nations are moving on. They no longer need America, you know. The millionaires, gazillionaires, they going overseas with all the money. They leaving America. And they allowing America to collapse. That's what Donald Trump is there for, to be the face of this collapse and this destruction that's coming. He's not the one to blame. He a part of it, but there are other people that's making him do what he do. So everybody can't just put it on this old ass white man that it's his fault that America is turning out this way. No, he's a representative of a collective, you know. But this is what they get for idolizing him. Now they under great threat, and if they don't throw them out and make them go back to their own countries, quote unquote, because we all know America is a Mexican country. It is. Because the countries right now don't want to take back the immigrants. So what they're going to do is put them in prison and then make them work for free. Some form of slavery, which is the white man, one of his schemes to get us all a part of, you know. But they know one thing is that Judah, which is the head tribe of all the 12, which is the niggas, they are the leaders. And they are going to uprise and fight back when the time comes. The Lord is going to put it on Jake's spirit to let loose. And the other tribes is going to follow behind Jake. That's what's going to happen. They're going to follow behind Jacob, and they're going to go to war. The Mexicans going to follow behind, and the Indians going to follow behind, and they're going to fight against this white man, and it's going to be big-ass war in this bitch because you done took all their rights. That's what's happening. That's the beauty of Yahweh Shem Yahushai right now. He's going to make Jacob fight because right now Jacob feel like the crumbs is enough, you know? And the Lord is tired of him squeaming and squabbling and begging on his knees and kissing this white man's feet And the white man is hogging all the riches and taking everything from him and not giving Jake a dime. He's not giving him nothing. He just brushing off the crumbs off the table, and Jake is taking that. And that ain't shit. So the Lord is tired of that, you know? So he gonna allow the white man to take everything from us, and Jacob gonna get up and fight like never before. Like it said in the Bible, Judah shall be a terror to Egypt. Nobody ain't gonna want to talk about these niggas, man. They gonna be scared. They gonna be hiding. It's too many of them. Y'all got hella guns, but it's not a lot of y'all to operate them guns. You know? It's not a lot. You'd be surprised, bro. Like they said, they got Greenland and Canada. They want to absorb them to boost the white man population right now for the white people that's in America in general, because their population is growing weaker, because the women is running away from them, and they going to be with Jake. You know, they going to go be with the niggas. You know, and the Mexicans. You know, the Indians. You know, they running off with these dark-skinned people that they hate so much. And his sperm count is weak, you know? So he's not having kids like he's supposed to. He's against his own family. He'll choose his the money over his own family, and then he'll oppressing his people and attacking them and killing them too. So a lot of those women that they supposed to be with, they running off with the niggas. They running off with them. They want to be black too, you know? And some of the white boys running off with these black bitches, letting them take their checks and all of that, you know? And it's not making it any better with this mingling of the species, because one is becoming greater and then the other one is dying off, you know? So right now, that's exactly what's happening. But not to stray from the point, this is why wrath is coming down, because these people keep continuing, our people keep continuing to appoint these fucking idols, these fucking people over us, and they worship them and they choose them despite the fucking turmoil and the disasters that's coming from it, you know? So it says, therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus says Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up his idols in his heart and put up the stumbling blocks of iniquity before his face and come up to the prophet. It says, I, Yahweh, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols. It says that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. Right. The Lord don't recognize a lot of these Israelites because they appoint these different idols. They diverse, and it could be the idol of money. It could be the idol of drugs. It can be the idol of murder, gang mentality. You know, it's a lot of things that the white man is bringing upon our people that our people worship, including him. Whole bundle pack. You know, some of us choose to put women before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, some of us choose to well, I just labeled a lot of them. I don't know, but I'll leave it right there. But you know, diversity. It's a diversity of idols that they worship, or they choose to put a fake God before a real one. You know, with the Jesus Christ movement, and that shit is ending horribly. It's collapsing, and it's a lot of stuff that's on the internet that's coming out to where the niggas are the children of Israel, but the 2/3 they got that cognitive dissonance. And they got this slave trade mindset to where they look over there and they see the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they still turn a blind eye to it and still worship the white man God and white supremacy, and they don't care. So the Lord got something for those people that continue to rebel, even though they see the truth before their eyes. You know. It says, therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus saith Yahweh, repent and turn yourselves from your idols and turn away. No, it says, thus says Yahweh. It says, repent and turn yourselves from your idols and turn away your faces from all your abominations. Yes, that's true. It says, for every one of the house of Israel or of the stranger that sojourneth in Israel would separate of himself from me and set up his idols in his heart. It says, and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face. And that's what happens. It's a lot of the Israelites that are stopping our uprising, which is impossible, but that's what they're doing. And they coming up with schemes with the white man to try and to stop Israel with these lies, these distractions, you know. And we see it, like the Lord say, do not be ignorant of Satan's devices. He'll even use your own people against you to stop you from worshiping, to stop you from coming into the house of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to deter you. You know, with all of these fake, diverse Israelite groups that are just in it for the money, and they networking, and they making thousands and thousands of dollars off tithings and donations from people, and they not being taught correctly, and they being held, no, they getting threatened, like if you don't join this group, you won't make it, type of energy, and we the only ones with the truth, you know, and them not encouraging the new covenant. They acknowledge the new covenant, and then they take it back and say that we not in the new covenant, you know, because that way they keep the minds of the people on them. And if the people realize that we in the new covenant, and no matter what you do, even if you follow the laws faithfully, that wouldn't be the answer of you getting on the chariots and being with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Even though we know faith without works is dead, yeah, but at the end of the day, that's not what's going to get you. Your works alone is not going to get you to where you need to be. You got to have faith and know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, son Yahushai, died and covered us in the blood, that we might be saved despite what we do and who we are. And if we believe with the faith of a mustard seed, we could be saved. That is true. And do what you can to try and follow the laws, and do what you can to be a good person and believe and read the Bible and go to the highways and byways to the best of your abilities. Not perfect, shit. You know, some of us don't got all those talents. Some of us don't have all the people that listen, you know. Hey, but do what you can in your power to do what you need to do to show Yahweh Shem Yahushai that you love him, man. You know, the Lord see it. The Lord know your heart. The Lord know how you feel, you know. And it ain't gonna take nobody to tell you that we are not in the new covenant for you to stop coming to the Lord, you know. But that's what they trying to do, you know. And they know that they would lose a lot of their followers because they try to follow the laws to a T. When that's not gonna get you saved, that could get you condemned. So a lot of these diverse Israelite groups, these Pharisees, these Sanhedrins, you know, Sadducees, these traitors, these Jews that got the best seats in the house, these house niggas, you know what I'm saying? They would lose a lot of followers, you know. So they got to stick to the covenant, the new covenant not being established, to get them to keep following, because they will realize that it's all lies, and they gonna sin regardless. So, and the only way for them to turn to, the only way for them to acknowledge the new covenant is to turn to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, turn to the Lord. You know, we don't, and like you say, don't lean on men for understanding. The prophets is meant to get you to Yahweh. You don't worship them. You don't idolize them. You don't see them as you are the true leader. You know, they not Yahweh Shai, you know, like the Lord says. So that makes perfect sense. You know, that's what a lot of these groups of Israelites, these groups, these camps, that's what they would call it. Don't turn to them. You know, you could take some information for them. You could take the name and all of that. They got all that. They got the knowledge. Like they say, you got the zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. That makes perfect sense, because the law alone is not going to set you free. It's not going to set you free. The law alone could get you condemned, because we know that the old covenant was done away with. You know, yeah, we could follow the laws, but you know, ultimately that's not what's going to get us saved, because that's what them Jews was doing. That's what them Sanhedrin was doing. They was following the laws perfectly, but they still wasn't good people, and that didn't get them saved. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai didn't like that, and they felt like Yahweh Shai wasn't the salvation. He wasn't the Messiah, and they condemned him for that, you know. And plus, by him saying that, they would lose a lot of money. And they was losing a lot of money because everybody started following Yahweh Shai, and they stopped listening to the Jews. They stopped listening to those Sadducees and Pharisees. And they was following Yahweh Shai in the crowd, trying to get people to deter from him and trying to accuse him of witchcraft, and trying to accuse him that he's some sort of warlock or some demonic spirit, trying to find flaw in him when they couldn't, they couldn't. But, at the end of the day, don't idolize them. Don't lean on men for understanding. Follow the spirit Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. See the things that are not seen. Because it's a spirit world around you that you cannot see, but it's there. So, and the Lord, he sent visions of the night. He sent signs, that, he dealing with you, or he got his eye on you. And that he protecting you, or he trying to tell you something. Like me, I had the dream that I was being abducted. I've told them about the dream that I was running from the chariot. I was kind of scared, and the chariot, moved straight toward me, and the beam came down, and the beam was so powerful that it blew away 5 people, killed them instantly, and it sucked me up. As strange as that sounds, it sucked me up. And when I got into the chariot, I saw darkness, but I saw nothing but bright white eyes. And it was all around me. They was all around me. They was all watching me, And I had another dream a couple of nights ago. It was confusing, but in the dream, I felt myself submerged in it, self-aware, as they would say. And I can use spiritual power in the dream. Conjuring water, using telekinesis to bring things to you. All of these wonders, all of these things that the Lord is trying to show you. And then I had another dream that last night that I was using spiritual power in front of a room full of people like it was nothing. Moving people, moving different objects, moving water, all kinds of weird things. And the people just kept staring at me, and I just wouldn't stop doing it. I just kept doing whatever I wanted with the power. I didn't kill nobody or nothing like that, but I was using the power, self-aware in the dream, and the Lord shows that different signs like that, strange dreams, like the dream where I done had 2-3 dreams about the end of the world. One dream to where the chariot came down and came and got everybody, and the fathership was so massive that it covered half the sky. Half the sky was blue, half the sky was black. And I was with a bunch of people in the woods, and we were saved. We got saved on the last day. Or that one time where the nuclear bomb hit, and I was in a car and with somebody, and I was looking back, and I was telling the person to drive, and the darkness was blowing away everything, blowing away buildings, all that shit from the bomb. And it was getting closer and closer to us, and next thing you know, we blacked out, and then we ended up on the chariot. We ended up on the chariot. I look up in the sky, I see dozens of angels. They all standing there watching the judgment go down. And I met Yahweh Shai, and he was talking to us, and we was on top of the fathership. So it's all kind of signs and all kind of things that the Lord will show you to let you know that he's dealing with you, or he got his eye on you, So we can keep going. It says, but at the same time, my point is that the Israelites will put a stumbling block on you to stop you from getting to that point, They want you to think what they want you to think. They don't want you to think for yourselves. That's what we're doing. We're taking the knowledge that we learn from a lot of these groups, because it's good knowledge, but they not good. And we're taking them and we're going elsewhere. We're not joining no groups. We're not trying to get the approval of these other Israelite men. No, we got the approval through the Lord, Now that we got what we need from y'all, we go into Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai through Yahweh Shai and worshiping him directly. We don't need to Yahweh Shai is the only middleman. That's it. Yahweh Shai is the only middleman. We don't need 2 middlemen. Go through the prophets and then get to Yahweh Shai. No, y'all gave us what we needed, and we go through Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Amen. We go through the Lord to get to, we go through our brother to get to the Lord. He's the way. We don't need 2 middlemen. That's not what the prophets are there for. So it says, for everyone of the house of Israel, or that the stranger sojourneth in Israel, it says, which separateth himself from me, and set up his idols in his heart, and put up the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face. It says, and cometh, it says, and cometh up to a prophet to require of him learning me. It says, Yahweh, it says, I, Yahweh, will answer him by myself, by himself. It says, and I will set my face against that man, and will make him a proverb, a sign and a proverb, and I will cut him off from the midst of my people. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Meaning that he gonna kill them. He gonna kill them wicked people for them doing that. For being a stumble block, from holding back their own people. That's what these celebrities and these fake ass pastors, these camps are doing. They pushing you away from the Lord, you know? These gang members, you know what I'm saying? Drug addicts, you know? They'll even come up and tell you, how about Shem Yahushai ain't real? That's lies. That's just some black movement, you know? Gangbangers tell you, I don't believe in the Lord, you know? Camps always criticizing your appearance and the way you look, you know? You got the fucking pastors telling you that that's not true and you should believe in white man Jesus. You know, that's the only God, and God has no color. That doesn't matter when the Bible is full of black people. All the prophets are black. The Lord is black. The Messiah is black. Like, you got celebrities telling you that. Like, I don't believe in that. I believe in multiple religions. You know, I believe in the universe. All that bullshit. You got a lot of them putting them stumbling blocks before you. But you got to understand, don't lean on no man for no understanding. Stop looking up. Stop idolizing these people. They nothing. So it says, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. It says, the punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Right. It says that the house of Israel may go no more astray from me, neither be polluted any more with all their transgressions. But it says, but that they may be my people, and I may be their God, saith Yahweh. It says, Son of man. No, it says, the word of Yahweh that came unto me again, saying, Son of man, when a land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, it says, then I will stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So this is exactly what's happening now with the collapse of the white man, straight to the core of the message of the video. You know, he is losing the benefits, he losing the money, and at the same time it's affecting Israel too. You know, no more they changing up the SNAP programs. You know, you gotta be working at least 40 hours, 30 to 40 hours or more to be eligible for SNAP. It's affecting those wicked women that get cash and food stamps. You know, the veterans, they getting threatened. They getting the last of their little benefits taken away, even though they don't get nothing at all. You know, of the children of Israel, the ones who fought in these wars and shit, the ones who helped the white man win these wars. The white man turned on them and cast them out. Now you got Purple Heart killers. Hey, Purple Heart killers, man, honorable soldiers that fought in these wars in the past, and they of old age, and these niggas is homeless, professional assassins, professional killers, and they bums, and amongst the nation, you know, and you see them a lot, or you see them with barely any medical benefits, you know, to take care of themselves, or they getting very little from the benefits of what the government gives them, you know, and they get denied jobs and all that, because don't nobody want no traumatized war hero working in the job, and something can happen, or they can relive a trauma, or they snap, you know, and they end up hurting somebody. So they get denied a lot of jobs to where they are solely dependent on the government and their benefits. SSI, a lot of women get SSI and Section 8, another one, and they trying to remove those to where you got to work, or you got to be literally a certain age to qualify for it all. You know, they trying to take away all the rights. They trying to take away all the benefits from our people. You know, they canceling that, and America don't have money to support it. You know, but you know, to each his own. This is what's meant to happen. Like the Lord say, he'll break the whole staff of bread and the whole staff of water. He gonna cut off completely the white man from the children of Israel. Now you got the 2/3 and the 1/3. The 1/3 that believe in the Lord with the chosen, they gonna come out of it. But the 2/3 they gonna stay and take that mark when it's presented, because they don't want to see their kids starve. They don't want to be put to the test. They want the easy way out, like they've been doing it, and they want to keep dependent on the white man, like they did in slavery times with Egypt, you know? And they'll be angry with the Lord that he liberated us during these wars, because that's what's coming with the wars, liberation, you know? Freedom. You know, the collapse of America is the freedom of the black man. You know, it's just another day, but we ain't gonna have to work one day. You know, we ain't gonna have to worry about rent. We're not gonna have to worry about taxes, no IRS. These weird ass bitch ass banks constantly taking money from you. You know, your taxes keep coming up short because they want to take your taxes and put it in their pocket and blame it on other companies and other things that they got to put taxes towards. So your shit is always short. The more you work in taxes, the more they take out and tell you, oh, you got your taxes on each and every one of your checks that you got this year, so we're gonna take all your money. You know, they even take taxes out of your check. You know, all that shit is coming to an end. They take all that. And it says, though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls. But their righteousness, saith Yahweh, by their righteousness, saith the Lord. That's exactly it. Those prophets, the elect among Israel, the Lord is going to give them power to deliver themselves. They're going to have spiritual power to protect themselves and to save themselves from the calamities that are coming upon the world, from the famine, from the sword, from death. You know, these different plagues that's coming, starvation. You know, they're going to be like the magicians, to where he put the cloth over the cloth over the plate and pulled the cloth off, and this nigga just conjured up a big ass turkey out of nowhere. You know, they're gonna have power to where it's a tree that don't bear no fruit, and they put their hand on the tree and pray on it, and the tree start bearing fruit, and the fruit start falling off, and it take a moment instead of a whole fucking year. You know, they're gonna be in wars, you know, during these times when a white man come up on them, and they're gonna be able to take his body and rip it in half with his bare hands. They're gonna be able to throw a white man across fucking 3 football stadiums. 3 football stadiums, you feel me? You know, they gonna have it to where it's gonna be a lot of our children, a lot of us, you know, whoever not be chosen but still can be saved, they gonna be healing them. You know, you could be having a plague that's irreversible, and the only way that you can be healed is that if a prophet or the chosen heal you, and they're gonna be healing a lot of us, and a lot of us still gonna be coming in at that last minute. At that last minute, before the nukes and all of that shit fly, during the times when the mark of the beast is present, and a lot of the children of Israel are on the run, they're gonna be running into these men that are angels. Well, even though we are angels, but they higher level angels that's meant to protect us and guide us to those chariots when the time comes. Beautiful, beautiful, man. Beautiful. So it says, if I cause a noisome beast to pass through the land and they spoil it, that's the white man, it says that no man may pass through because of the beast. Yeah. It says, though these three were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered. It says, but the land shall be desolate or destroyed. And that's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of them that got families when this time come, when this collapse come, a lot of them that they got girlfriends, you know. A lot of them could be even with different nations of women that they love, you know. But if they are chosen and they believe in His word and they receive spiritual power, they'll be ripped from all of that. The Lord is going to definitely find a way to isolate you. Definitely. He's going to take all of that shit away, you know. And you're going to be on your own. You're going to be without. And if you don't run into nobody else, you're going to be by yourself. And mostly, that's what a lot of us is preparing for. So it's good not to have no kids. It's good not to get attached too much to these women. It's good not to be a part of this world too much, because these times is coming where the shit hit the fan, the best person to save is yourself. You're not going to be able to afford to feed 5 kids with one slice of bread and an apple. You know, you're not going to be able to take care of your woman if she got the time of her menstrual and the time of her period, and y'all don't have the goods to stop her bleeding, and she bleeding all and her, you know, down her legs and all that because of her time of the month. You're not going to have the material and the baby fluids and the baby powder and those liquids to feed a child during these times of great famine. You're just not going to have it. And the Lord is going to provide, and most of these survivors are going to be men. The men of Israel. A lot of the chosen is going to be men. Well, all of them going to be men. And they're going to be able to survive and be able to adapt to the environment when it changes, because Yahweh is going to allow them to adapt. And with spiritual power. You're going to be finding a group of Israelites that's been protected by the chosen, and they dining in the desert. Big table in the desert full with delicious food and fruits and all that by the wave of his hand. He just made it appear out of nowhere, you know. They're going to be in the wilderness, you know, fed with tents and all of that and fires, or they're going to be in houses that are protected, you know. The house got electricity even though the power grid is off. These type of miracles are going to happen. You know, the spiritual world is already here with the physical world. Yahweh and sent drones and these so-called UFOs, which are the angels, to monitor everything, and they brought the 4th dimension to the earth. So now, at this point, when the shit start hitting the fan, anything will be possible. Things that you ain't never seen before are gonna happen. Probably seeing different spirits and all of that. Animals you ain't never seen before, you know. Creatures that are coming out in the night. Yeah, you better have that protection. You better have it. So Yahweh willing, you know. It says, or if I bring a sword upon the land and say, sword, go through the land so that I cut off man and beast from it, though these 3 men were in it, as I live, said Yahweh, they will deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they shall deliver only themselves. And that is so true. It says, or if I send a pestilence into the land and pour out my fury upon it in blood to cut off from it man and beast. It says, though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, it says, as I live, says Yahweh, it says, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They shall but only deliver their own souls by their righteousness, by them loving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and their works. It's balance between the two, you know, and by them just being good spirits, because they was good people. They was valiant. They was awesome, you know. It says, for thus saith Yahweh, how much more when I send my 4 sword judgments upon Israel, because it's coming. The sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. See, and he gonna even send the animals. pigeons that are harmless gonna be attacking people, you know. Crows, like they said, the zoos can break down and open all them cages to the animals that are in it, and those animals get out. You're gonna be seeing tigers walking down the streets. You're gonna be seeing gorillas in these abandoned apartment buildings. You know, big giant spiders, poisonous spiders. You know, fucking deer. You know, rams, giant birds like the Harpy's eagle and American bald eagle. They're gonna be attacking people. They're gonna be eating people. You know, and you gotta have that spiritual power to protect yourself. So, you know, with all that saying, you know, this white man is about to face. He had the president. I forgot how to pronounce it, but he's at the beginning of his downfall, and this is all a part of the collapse. This is all that's meant to happen. It's already been spoken. It's already done. It's irreversible. And like they said, these nations will cling to Israel because of all the shit that's about to go down. But you know, Israel, we ain't gonna want to be around them. There ain't gonna be none of that during that time when it comes. But you know, to each his own. Live your life. You know, stay in the faith. Stay in the truth. Keep studying. Keep listening to the prophets. And with that, calling Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in the name Yahushua, I got a full hour in. That's good. That's good. And it's a good day. I'm gonna go finish my run and finish my little gym practice. You know, praying to the Lord and being mercy. And praying to the Lord and worshiping Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and loving him every day is the main thing you should be focused on. You know, spiritual power and all of your works can be perfect. You know, I mean, and all your works could be perfect and all of that, but what's most important is that you love Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with all your heart, and you choose to be with him, you know, and that's what really matters, you know. So call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, in the name of Yahushai. To the next video.